Leo, and welcome to your timeless relationship profile reading. This is the Dream Medium. Welcome to my channel. So, Leo, I hope you guys have all been well, staying safe. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards, and we will discuss the past, present, and future of your connection with your person of interest. Past, present, and future reading for Leo and their love interest. Past, present, and future reading for Leo and their love interest. So this is your past. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Lovers. Ooh, you have a Soulmate card. This is your present. You have the Magician, Six of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And then over here to the side, I'm just going to put your future spread. So, starting with your past, what happens in the past between you and your love interest, Leo? You have the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Lovers. Starting with the Queen of Pentacles, let's ask for clarity. Ten of Cups. Ooh, you have a lot of like really powerful cards in your spread. Knight of Wands. Okay, so the word that I'm getting is expectations, and I'll tell you why. Because with the Queen of Pentacles here, I do feel like in the past you were waiting for your person to come towards you. It's almost like you were, how do I say it? I do feel like there was a separation between you and this person in the past, and it caused you to envision your life with them. You envisioned them coming back, what it would be like if they were to come back. It's almost like you had very high expectations of them, or at least the outcome. You wanted the outcome to be, it's like, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm trying to figure out how I can say it. It's almost like you were hoping so badly that that one day you wouldn't have to wait and they would come back to you as this Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate. But I do see, oh my goodness, the messages here are so powerful. It's like with the Knight of Wands, what I'm seeing is you wanted them to not only come back passionately, but you wanted them to come back to you by them pretty much making up their mind. So perhaps in the past they were indecisive, and so when you were imagining this reunion, it's like, I hope one day my person would come back to me passionately, and finally seeing what they have and finally seeing the value of this connection. Your person was very, very indecisive in the past about this connection. So I do feel like the reason why they're coming, the reason why they're coming out as this Knight of Wands is because you would like them to be decisive about you when they do come back. But back to the Queen of Pentacles, I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is your energy, Leo. Like I said, a lot of you guys were patiently waiting for something to change. You wanted this person to take action towards you. You wanted them to come in and tell you what you wanted to hear. And you certainly had a pentacle waiting for them. I actually feel like a lot of my Leos, you guys stayed single for a very long time because you were waiting to give your pentacle to them. Okay, so it's like this pentacle, you felt like they were the ones that you wanted to give this pentacle to and no one else. You just couldn't imagine giving yourself wholeheartedly to anyone else. So next you have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups, I call this my happily ever after card. And the reason why is because you have 10 here representing completion, and then that rainbow in the back representing happiness and fulfillment. This is like meeting your soulmate, marriage, settling down with each other, raising your children. It's very ideal. And this is what you were hopeful for. You were hopeful that despite the separation, they would one day come back passionately, confessing their love for you, finally being decisive about you, knowing what they want and working towards that, coming back to you to accept this pentacle that you had been keeping just for them and only them, hoping that in the end you will get the outcome that you wanted, which is this 10 of Cups, your happily ever after. Next, you have the Six of Swords, Two of Wands, ooh, Four of Wands. So, Leo, you guys have a lot of powerful cards. I know I keep on saying that, like the Lovers, now you have the Four of Wands, and then here you have the 10 of Cups. This is your soulmate that you're dealing with. And I actually feel like for some of my Leos, this is actually your twin flame. And as we go further along, I will tell you why. But a lot of you guys who are watching this, now this is a general reading, but if this is resonating already, this is certainly your soulmate or your twin flame. So you have the Six of Swords. I've come to realize that the Six of Swords is really a warning message, because the Six of Swords is saying if the two of you were to reunite, it's possible, but drastic changes needs to be made in this connection, or else another separation will occur. Notice how this family, you have this man, woman, and child. They're going on their journey on this boat. But look inside, there's 6 swords inside of this boat. It's almost like they are ignoring the fact that there are 6 swords in their boat because they're just wanting to continue their journey. But what they don't realize is the more they ignore these swords, these 6 swords will ruin this boat and they will sink and drown. So this is a warning message that's saying there's a big problem in this soulmate connection. And the longer the two of you choose to ignore it, the worse it's going to get. So this message often comes out, the Six of Swords often comes out when two people are wanting to reunite, and it's saying, hey, yes, it will happen, but the two of you need to make drastic changes or else a separation will occur again. In clarity of the Six of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. I do feel like for most of you, in the past, there was a brief reunion that happened. But I say brief because someone here was still indecisive. Someone here was off balance. It's almost like from the exterior, they came off as, very stable, someone who had everything going well in their life. But internally, this person was an indecisive mess trying to juggle 2 worlds. They were trying their hardest to balance. I do feel like for some of you, your love interest does have tendencies of being a people pleaser, trying to please 2 people. It could be you versus, a third party. It could be you versus like a relative of theirs. But this is simply a person who was struggling because they wanted so badly to keep the peace. And what they didn't realize is their passion to please other people wasn't benefiting them whatsoever, because while they were trying to keep the peace with other people in their lives, they were being conflicted. They didn't have any peace in their own life. There is something here that your person was juggling when I look at the Two of Wands. And the word that I'm getting is like opposing forces. So it could be you versus, I feel like for some of you, it's you versus like a relative of theirs, like maybe their mother had a problem with you, their father, or like an ex-partner had a problem with you. But there is a major contrast between you and the other person, which is probably why I was getting the word opposing forces. which was why they were struggling trying to make you and the other person happy. In clarity of the Six of Swords, you do have the Four of Wands. So, like I said, your person, this is a mutual connection. The way you feel for them is exactly the way they feel for you because they wanted redemption, but they were unwilling to disappoint another person. It could even be for some of you that they were juggling you and work. It could be that. Perhaps they were struggling trying to find time for you because they were so busy at work. But I really feel like they were juggling two things or two people, you and something else or you and someone else. And what they didn't realize is, they had to let go of one person first in order to get redemption with you, or let go of something or someone in order to focus 100% on you and get redemption. Because the Four of Wands is saying this is what they wanted as well. You wanted this happily ever after, so did they. Because with the Four of Wands, it's saying they wanted victory. They wanted to redeem this connection. But this Four of Wands is a very symbolic card. The reason why I say that is because if you look at this artwork, these two people are celebrating their wedding day. But they're showing us these four wands to say to us, hey, yes, we're getting married, but it wasn't easy getting here. We had a lot of obstacles to overcome. But because we chose to stay together and overcome those obstacles, we were able to redeem this connection. So the passion was there for you. They had a lot of passion for you, a lot of passion to reconcile, but they were still so, like, I don't know if they were being manipulated or if this individual is just naive, but they were trying to please two people. And they needed to let go of one in order to get victory with the other. For some of you, it could be a third party. For others of you, it could be a relative of theirs. I really don't feel like it's a romantic third party. For some of you, it could be. And if it is, because the reason why I say that is because this third party is like, your person feels like they owe them something. Perhaps they were there for your person of interest once upon a time. They were there for them. They did a lot for them. And that's why your person of interest cares for them. I'm not saying that your person of interest is like in love with them or interested in them romantically, but it's more so that they care so much for this other person. They don't want to hurt them or disappoint them. And that's why I was saying earlier, it's like they're trying so hard to keep the peace with other people that they're not realizing how conflicted they are in their own life. But I'm definitely not sensing any like romantic or genuine romantic feelings between them, um, and this third party. It's more so I care for you and I feel like I owe you this because you helped me a lot in the past. So maybe them and this third party, like I said, the third party, it's just a general word. It could be them and another ex or a romantic love interest, not a romantic love interest, but like an ex-lover. It could be them and, a relative, their mother, their father. The reason why I keep on saying they're not romantically interested in this third party is because they're not. There's no love here. They don't have any, they're not in love with this third party, but they care for them because once upon a time, that third party really helps them. I really hope I explained that well. Next, you have the lovers. The lovers represents a soulmate connection. Hierophant. Ooh. So the Lover's card does represent a soulmate connection. Now, please understand that there are many forms of soulmates, but the Lovers is simply saying that there is significance as to why the two of you cross paths. In clarity of the Lovers, you do have the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like there was someone here in the past who was having a hard time not necessarily seeing that this is a soulmate connection, because I feel like the both of you knew deep down that this is a soulmate connection, but I feel like one partner was having a hard time accepting it, simply because they knew that if they were to accept this soulmate connection with you, that other people would not like that it would cause trouble. um I really feel like for most of you, this is like a family of theirs that they were juggling with you, like caring too much about what this family member thought, or it could be like, maybe like a past lover, like an ex, who they didn't want to react. What am I saying? It's like they cared a lot about how this person would react if they were to choose you. So this is definitely someone who has influence and or some kind of control over them. Like I said, mother, father, family member, or like an ex who they still have responsibilities with, and they don't want that ex to like react in a way that would make your person suffer. I feel like the reason why they were so unwilling to let go of that third party is because they were afraid of like the consequences, what that third party would do. So with this Eight of Swords, they recognize it was a soulmate connection, but it's like, man, like if I were to fully accept this and go with my Leo, that third party would freak out. That third party would probably, I don't know, like if they have kids together, probably try to put them through some legal ties, or if this is a relative, maybe like their family member, like mom or dad was like, you know what, if you stay with that person or if you choose to be with that person, then you can't get these benefits or inherit this. It was that kind of situation. So they felt like they had an ultimatum basically. In clarity of the Lovers card, you do have the Hierophant. Like I said, this is someone who definitely got insight, whether this is through a dream or this is just like, their intuition that was telling them, this Leo is my soulmate. And the Hierophant here is pretty much confirming it, is saying, your person is very insightful. I know they tend to make silly mistakes, but don't underestimate their intuitive ability, especially if this is a twin flame. If you are intuitive, your person is intuitive as well, Leo. But it's saying that what you know about this connection, they know it as well. It's just someone here was struggling to really, decide how can I be with my soulmate and make other people happy. And you can't make everyone happy, okay? So that's what happened in the past. Looking here at the present spread, you have the Magician, Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. Clarifying the Magician, the Devil. So this is pretty interesting because, and I was saying this in my other reading, hardly does the third party really come out, because the question was what's going on between Leo and their love interest. But when the third party has had a major influence over your life and has been, doing things affecting your life, it's not a surprise if they pop up in your reading, because it's saying, hey, this third party is doing something, Leo, and you need to be aware of it. So the Magician here is certainly the third party, and I'll tell you why. I do feel like this third party, remember now, the third party, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be like an ex who won't let them go, or is like, doing things to make them feel forced to be with this person. But it's like the Magician here is someone who's very deceptive. This is a person who is like a trickster. When one way won't work, they will find other ways to get what they want, especially through manipulation and lies. I do feel like this Magician is the third party who has made your person feel like they have an ultimatum. Perhaps they even like, I do feel like this is the third party trying to do things that would make your person feel forced to be with this Magician. Like, if you were to leave me, I'm taking you to court, like especially if they have kids, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's to really like threaten them in a way. Those are threats, but they don't say it that bluntly, but they definitely hint it. Like your person knows what the consequences would be. It's really disgusting what this magician is doing to your person. In clarity of the magician, you do have the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like the magician, the third party, did those things, gave an ultimatum to your person when they knew that a reunion was going to happen between you and them. I feel like because this is your present spread, I feel like recently the two of you may have, crossed paths like coincidentally, because this is a soulmate connection. So the third party can do whatever they think will stop the two of you from being together, but it won't work. Eventually, the two of you will be together despite what this really manipulative magician is doing. But I do feel like recently you and your person may have like had a brief encounter very spontaneously, and that triggered this third party to be like, oh my gosh, I need to like do something to continue to separate these two. So that's why the third party is coming out as a magician, because they saw that perhaps the two of you had another chance to make things work. This is really upsetting me. Like I'm even having a hard time explaining this because I'm so shocked that someone would do something like this, especially do this to such a beautiful soulmate connection. Next, you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, I don't like this card. This is a person who's doing something very sneaky and they're getting away with it. So I do feel like when this reunion was supposed to happen, by the way, this Ace of Cups is a grant. It's an offer for the two of you to start a new beginning. But because of what the magician did, trying to force your person to be with them, they pretty much separated you guys again with the Seven of Swords, and it went unnoticed. The two of you had no idea. Okay. And even for you, Leo, you probably didn't even know this. You probably had no clue. And until this day, you don't even know what they specifically did. But the point here is they knew that a new beginning, the two of you definitely, something happened. Something was divinely orchestrated where you and your person would cross paths, okay, spontaneously. They knew it. They probably witnessed it as well, or they felt like your person was kind of, distancing or getting distant from them. And so they were like, wait a second, it's probably because that Leo is back or something. So they ended up doing, something really manipulative with the Seven of Swords to continue separating you and your person. And then you have the Lovers. This is oh my gosh, this is a twin flame. This is a twin flame, Leo. With the Devil here, this is the connection of your person and this third party. It's a karmic, very unhealthy. See how this man and woman are chained to each other? That's how the connection feels. Forced. It's forced. And I remember saying it in the past. I was like, there are no genuine romantic feelings that your person has for this third party, but they feel obligated. They feel forced. They feel like they owe this third party, their loyalty or something. Clarify the Six of Cups. So, Six of Cups, this is a card that represents a reunion. This is all about the past, reminiscing about someone from your past, wanting to reconcile or reunite. In clarity of the Six of Cups, you do have the Ten of Pentacles. So what's happening right now with your person? Oh my goodness. Okay, I literally just said, this is so juicy, you guys. I literally just said it doesn't matter what this third party is up to. If two people are meant to be together, especially in a twin flame like this or a soulmate, if two people are meant to be together, they're going to end up being together. I knew it, especially this Ace of Cups. This offer is a grant. This is a divine grant. And yes, they manipulated it and they managed to do something that would cause the two of you to not accept this grant to start a new beginning with each other. But look at what happened now. They made the situation worse on themselves because your person is wanting to come back to you again and give this a try again, because whatever happened recently where the two of you like cross paths out of nowhere, it was a sign to them that this is my person. I mean, they've always known it, but like the fact that the two of you just had that encounter, that brief encounter naturally, it really just motivated them to get the heck out of this karmic connection and go back to their person. So, because they're wanting to come back and reunite, they are rejecting the third party. Okay, I do feel like a breakup has happened recently. Even here at the Ten of Pentacles, this is causing a lot of jealousy from the third party because they're realizing that there's far more potential between you and them than them and your person. You know, they see like, wow, these two are really inseparable and they will have a future together. It's basically the third party, although they're very jealous of you and the fact that you are the one for their person, um, it's like they feel defeated because it's like these two people are really meant to be together and it doesn't matter what I do. It's so evident that it's like a two in one. They're so much alike. You can't separate them. So as painful as it is for the third party, it's it's the honest truth and they're being forced to accept it. Next you have the 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So you had the Ace of Cups here, right? When the two of you got this like divine grant to, you know, have that encounter and initiate a reunion, but of course that karmic came in and separated the two of you again. But look at what's coming next. 9 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is just incredible. Your person has freed themselves from this karmic connection. They're coming to start this new beginning with you. And I tell you, with the 9 of Cups, they've been working on something to make themselves more stable, to better themselves for you. I feel like they've been preparing themselves. Ace of Pentacles, they will give you another offer. This is a new beginning. Next, you have the Knight of Cups. They are coming out as a knight. It's simply because it's been so long, and I feel like some of them are just like, man, what is my Leo going to say? How is my Leo going to react? So it's that uncertainty that's kind of making them less confident when they come towards you if they haven't already, because this is your present. So it has happened already for the majority of you. If it hasn't, oh my goodness, very soon it will, like in a matter of days or a couple of weeks, because this is your present. But with the Knight of Cups here, this is them like coming back for like the millionth time saying, please take this offer. Like, we've been through so much. But yeah, it's just them kind of being cautious a little bit when they do come towards you, because they don't know if you're going to be welcoming, if you're going to lash out at them for making you wait for so long. Um, but Leos, this was really beautiful. Like, this is definitely either a soulmate or a twin flame connection, and I try my hardest not to really say twin flame because it's quite controversial. And twin flames, you know, it can be a very draining connection, but I don't say something that I don't see. So this is certainly either a soulmate or a twin flame, Leo. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So we will discuss the future. We will talk about what may happen in the future between you and your love interest in the extended reading. So the extended reading is $4.99 and it could be viewed on my website. So the link to my website is in the description box, and then visit my website and you'll be able to view the extended for only $4.99. Or if you like a private reading, because this is just a general reading, if you like a private reading where we will go more in depth about your own situation and your love interest, You're also welcome to visit my website and book a private reading with me. My private readings are I have various private readings of all prices. So if you're interested, visit my website. Link is in the description box. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Leo, this was such an awesome reading. I really enjoyed reading your love life. If this did resonate, so thank you guys so much for your support. Please stay safe. I wish you guys the best and have a great day.